If you're a member of EPC, you probably already heard my rant on not doing loaded spinal flexion exercises to develop your abdominals. I just don't see anything in the world where you've got to do heavy loaded movement like this to pull something out of the sky, man. Everything is based around a tight, solid core. You even go to fighting movements. Yeah, they're moving this. But when you go to strike with your leg, your fist, whatever, it's still based off foundation of a tight, rigid core. So you can do all the abdominal flexion you want, get some pretty looking abs, but it's not helping you on a strength. And all you're doing is providing more time to break down your back. So we don't do loaded spinal flexions at EPC. So what do we do? How do you develop your abs? Well, there's a lot of basic things that we do, from breathing pattern stabilization in our core movements. But if you want to add more, do a lot of things with either the ab wheel or the exercise ball. So, ab wheel. I see a lot of people doing things wrong. Things that can compromise their spine. We don't want to do that. So first thing, tight solid core and a neutral spine is often related to being able to maintain it. Flexibility of the joints surrounding that. So hip flexibility, shoulder flexibility, which comes into play with using this baby. So if you're not releasing at the shoulder, as you're doing this movement here, nice releasing, nose is touching the ground, and up. Okay, now if I don't release, I did release my shoulder. If I don't release, I go out like this. Now look at my low back. It's just absolutely going to happen anytime that you keep this locked in. Just like if you keep it locked in on a squat, you're going to start arching down here. Load your spine. Not good. You do that at EPC, I'm going to kick your ass. All right. Okay, maybe I had too much caffeine. Okay. So, bad one again. Watch the low back. So, when you're doing these, focus on doing them right. Doesn't matter the amount of repetitions, or if you want to get up to standing ones. Don't do it too early. Don't let your ego play a role in this. So, you can get a ton of work just out of doing these correctly. Here. And I'll come up a little bit, maybe. Maybe I'll work the left a little bit. My nose and my stomach are just grazing the ground. I'm not deloading. I can work the piss out of this. And the whole time I'm keeping this tight, rigid, pressurizing those obliques, squeezing my glutes, pushing out down here. Air into the belly from the bottom and come up. No breathing into the chest. We're going to do the ball. First, I recommend you put some air in your ball. But I guess that's not necessary. So we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to get on our knees, or on our elbows here. And we're going to roll out, roll in, roll around. Basically the same movement, you see. I can't demonstrate too well because it's a little deflated. But you get the idea. Those are the things. Again, tight, rigid. So, the worst time I see this is when people think they can do the standing and they load up that back. Honestly, I used to do the standing all the time. But if I focus on doing this right from my knees and I work around in different areas, I just don't need to do it. There's just no need, in my opinion, to do the standing. But let's see if I do one. I haven't done one for a few years. We're going to do it without loading the back. So I probably load a little bit, but full release, nose grazing the ground, back up. This stays rigid all the time. That's my video for today. Don't get your ass kicked at EPC by doing it wrong.